Once we have identified a relationship that we want to investigate further, we go to the reconciliation page. On this page, we see both entities, our American and UK entities, side by side, with all the transactions from those two loan accounts or allocated to those two counterparties listed below. This screen is divided into two sections: unreconciled transactions and reconciled transactions. Just like in the loan matrix, we can set the date ranges here to control the period of time shown. We can also export all this data to an Excel file. When we have multiple currencies, we always see the exchange rate used to calculate the numbers on both sides. Translucent will automatically reconcile any transactions across the two loan accounts that match by date and total. We can also reconcile transactions manually. To do this, we go to the unreconciled section at the bottom and start matching transactions in each entity that belong together. It is a simple process where we select a transaction in one entity and pair it with the matching transaction in the other entity. We click Reconcile, and that transaction moves to the reconciled section. We can also handle cases where one transaction in our UK business matches multiple transactions in our US business, and we can reconcile one-to-many here as well. If we find a transaction on the left side without a match on the right, we use the post adjustment function to create a new journal, which will be posted back into 0 to balance the transaction. If we want to check the details of a transaction in the UK business, we can do that, and this helps us update or correct any information on the new journal. We can update the description to match what is needed in Xero or QuickBooks. When we post it, we can select the correct account, choose whether it should be taxed, and if that tax should be inclusive or exclusive, select the appropriate tax rates, decide if we need a particular tracking category, and then post this transaction directly into our accounting software from within Translucent. Once we have posted that journal, it will be removed from the unreconciled section and moved to the top to reconcile that transaction. After balancing all the transactions in our account, we can return to the top-level matrix to identify the next relationship. Or if we know where we need to go next, we can use the drop-down to select the next entity and start the process again.